is a demonstration of Part A, measuring techniques for flour. We have 3 variations of flour measurement, but no matter what technique you use, you always need to weigh your measuring cup while it's empty, so that after you fill and weigh it, you can subtract the weight of the empty cup from the total weight of the filled cup. That will give you the accurate weight of the flour itself. For variation 1, we simply spoon unsifted flour into an empty, pre-weighed cup. All of the variations have something in common. Obviously, we want to level out the flour to get an accurate measurement. So to do that, we don't tap the side of the cup. We simply take a flat edge, like the side of a knife, and just gently push the excess flour off. For variation 2, we're going to sift more flour than we actually need, about 1.5 cups instead of just 1, onto a flat surface, which I've done here. After sifting it, we simply spoon it into the measuring cup, we level it, for variation 3, we sift the flour directly into a cup.
I don't know, maybe it's touching seed here, but again, some of these are so significant.
It's a little bit messy.
It's so variable, it's not just so mushy.
Right.
What? This is what we're doing. 3583.
Keep on sifting.
This is definitely
Okay.
right.
Then we would just level it and weigh this one. Now if you look on page 12 of your manual, you can see how different measuring techniques can affect the resulting weight of your ingredient that you're measuring. This is a demonstration of Part B, measuring techniques for sugar. Just as we did when measuring flour, you always weigh your empty cup first, so you can subtract that weight from the total weight of the sugar in the cup. To measure granulated sugar, we dip the cup into the container and level it off using a flat edge. We would then weigh the cup. To measure brown sugar, we're going to take a spoon and pack the sugar into the cup until it's level with the top of the cup. Just like this. And since the sugar should already be level after you pack it into the cup, there's no need to use the edge of the knife, the flat edge, to scrape off any excess. And then we would just weigh it. To measure confectioner sugar, we place our cup on a flat surface and sift the sugar directly into the cup. When you're doing this, make sure not to tap the sides of the cup, because that can cause the sugar to settle and give you a false measurement. And as you can see, it's a little bit messy, so it's always a good idea to put some paper towels or parchment paper underneath the measuring cup. And just like we did with the flour, we would take our flat edge of our knife and level it off, and then weigh it. This is a demonstration of Part C, measuring techniques for liquids. Now when we measure liquids, we're usually measuring volume instead of weight, so there's no need to pre-weigh your equipment. Also, when we measure wet ingredients, we use a glass measuring cup rather than the 1 cup measures that we use for the dry ingredients. So we place the cup on a flat surface, and when you fill the cup, the water surface will form a meniscus, so that means it'll be slightly concave rather than level. We fill the cup with water until the very bottom of that meniscus reaches the 1/2 cup mark. Make sure you read this measurement with the surface of the water at eye level, so you'll need to be looking at the cup directly from the side. We then pour the water into a graduated cylinder and read it for a more exact measurement. This is a demonstration of Part D, calibrating and using a thermometer. Whether you use boiling water or an ice water bath, you always want to make sure that the tick mark at the end of the stem is fully submerged in the water. Our thermometers read temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. So when we submerge the thermometer in the boiling water, the reading should stabilize at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, because that's the boiling temperature of water. When we're taking the water temperature, make sure the stem doesn't touch the sides or the bottom of the pot, and give it a few minutes to stabilize. When the needle on the dial face stops moving, it's stable. If the temperature of the boiling water does not equal 212 degrees Fahrenheit, you calibrate the thermometer by turning this little nut where the face and the stem of the thermometer meet. When the needle points to 212 degrees Fahrenheit, the thermometer has been calibrated. You can also calibrate the thermometer using the ice water bath. The method is essentially the same as boiling water, except this time we're checking the thermometer reading against the freezing point of water, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And again, make sure that the stem of the thermometer doesn't touch the bottom or the sides of the pan.